point. Metapod is in a horrible, horrible position. There really is no way for him to come back unless he makes a huge stand with these infestors. What's going on in the main base of Metapod? He is running low in his main. He is retaking his natural expansion. He still does have, infestors in the main base. However, those are being taken out. We do have two infestors going down over, or two infested Terrans going down over here at the third base. But those, again, will be cleaned up very, very easily. No damage done there. We do have, this fourth base of Genocide, but he's not really doing anything with it. He's killing his rocks and killing the infestor as well. Genocide does have these two infestors just sitting here, not really doing too much. But it looks like Genocide does see it. He does know that there's something here. And we do have +1, what is that? +1 armor for air coming down. We do have these infestors being taken out. So he has lost his infestor traps. I would say traps. He's losing those traps. Now, I would say that Genocide, wow, that is a lot of banglings here. Genocide, that is 36 banglings there. He's making 36 banglings. The food counts 46 to 106. Genocide is completely dominating this game. I can't see any way he could lose this at this point. The economy of PokeMetapod is just in shambles at this point. It takes a miracle to come back from this. We do have centrifugal hooks, the bangling speed coming down as well, and Genocide is playing extremely passive here. I would like to see him remake his queens. He hasn't made his queens yet. He's not using this fourth base that he's made. I would like to see him build a couple more drones. He finally does have a drone there. So I would like to see him start to push out. I mean, there's really nothing here that PokeMetapod has that can defend from this other than these infestors. If he uses the infestors to absolute perfection, then he could do this. He could actually win this game. But it is going to take some key fungal growths, some key infested Terrans, and we will have to see some great micro. But as long as Genocide does play very smart, as long as he does play very carefully and doesn't let those Mutals get fungled, and doesn't make sure those banglings are as effective as possible, I really don't see what he could be doing. I think he's starting to wait for bangling speed to finish for him to push out onto the map. So we really are going to see that. We do have PokeMetapod taking his third expansion over here in the center, the top center. And yeah, so we're just waiting for this engagement to go down. And here goes, the bangling speed does finish, the +1 armor on the Mulus does finish, and we are going to see him hit. He is taking quite a while here to the main base. He does need to be extremely careful. Those fungal growths are going to be huge, and he fungals all the mutas. That's not good use of his mutas there, and he does fungal the banglings. This game is not done yet. He does fungal them again. All of these banglings, all these mutas are basically gone at this point. They are useless, and oh, the infested Terrans going down as well. Genocide just gave up his entire lead there. The food counts are now back at 40 to 46. Wow, I did not see that coming. Genocide's macro is absolutely horrible. He does have 6,000 minerals here and only 900 gas. This is just terrible use of macro. He does need to make his queen. He is making 4 queens because he completely forgot to make queens for some reason. And yeah, I would say Genocide is, other than the economy from the economy standpoint, but he is starting to get his economy back up. Metapod is just, I think he's just come back in this game. It's unbelievable. He used Harden. He became a Butterfree. Oh man, he actually became useful. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I love StarCraft, because it's never in doubt. Let's see here. Let's see what happens. We do have more banglings being produced. At this point, I would like to see him use Zerglings instead of banglings. Zerglings more effective in this case. But, we'll see what happens. We do have extractors going down, starting to try to get more gas, trying to get his economy back up. But, I mean, his mineral count is through the roof. He has so many unused resources right now. I really need to see him use that. Now he could use these bang and try to run into the natural expansion to try and get these drones, but however these infestors are going out, moving out on the map, seeing what's going on, poking and prodding, and here we go, Zerglings, and a Zergling going to scout this third base, and these infestors starting to push in. It looks like Genocide does see this coming. Metapod did touch creep and is on Genocide's creep right before then, fungling all the Zerglings. Zerglings are gone. This is really when you need you either need your own infestors or you need some kind of roach or something kind of ranged. These infestors are just dominating the game right now, and that's why the infestors are considered the best Zerg unit. They are the best defensive unit, the best offensive unit. There really is every use for them. So I mean, let's see what you can do with them. We do have a lot of Zerglings being produced, but as we've seen with the fungal growths, small pack of Zerglings. Later, we'll see what the last thing we saw in this game with the fungal growths are running into the main base here. And does he have an overseer in here? He does see he has an overseer. He does see the infestors. He needs to take out these infestors, and they do pop out. But why did he stop attacking them? He needs to go for it. He needs to do whatever he can with these. And yeah, Zerglings. Remember, Zerglings are basically free. They are a free unit. They only cost 50 minerals for one, so it's only 25 minerals. He does have 6,000 in the bank. He is making more drones though for some reason, and he looks like he will lose his third base unless all these infested. Yeah, they got it right before they all die. Very good use of the infested Terrans. This base did get taken out. I'm sorry I missed that, but he is retaking that, and he does have a fourth base up as well. So PokeMetapod is crawling his way back into these games with these infestors. And it looks like Genocide just doesn't have an answer for the infestor play at this point. I don't understand why he's not making anything when he has larva and he has larva left over. These drones aren't working. He doesn't have his drones rally to anything. He has so much larva and so many minerals. He has so many minerals. He is just going to take out this other expansion. Nothing that he can do there. Metapod is just moving out with these infestors, continuing to try to poke and prod, trying to figure out a way to use these infestors as effectively as he can. Now we have 20 Mutalisks being produced as well too, so he is finally starting to whittle down on that mineral count. And yeah, so we do have a lot of Mutalisks coming out now. I have 20 Mutalisks here, and if he went into the main base, he should be able to take this out with relative ease. There's nothing here defending it, but I don't think PokeMetapod does realize that he does take out that expansion. Again, Genocide does have a much higher supply. Is 136 and 61. So this base is being harassed again with these infestors, and these infested Terrans. He needs to get out of here. These Mutalisks are extremely expensive in comparison to these infested Terrans, which are basically free energy. Throwing down just some more infestors, just being annoying with these infested Terrans, with these infestors. And I think he's going to take out another base. No, he's not. He's not going to take out this base. This base is going to survive. These the infestors are pretty much doing what their cost or what they're worth. Okay, Genocide needs to be more active with these Zerglings. He needs to start running into the main base. I would like to see him tech the hive. He does have the resources for it. Maybe get an infestation pit. We do have more infestors going down at the natural expansion. These infestors are just causing so much damage with these infested Terrans, just harassing everything they can. There's more and more infestors pouring out of this base, more Zerglings. Metapod is just clawing the mountain back into this game. More infested Terrans going down. And these Zerglings just standing here, Genocide. What are you doing with these Zerglings? There's more Zerglings on the way, but there's the infestors following them the entire way. They could get up and fungal this entire army right now. Oh, and just takes out some more infestors. So, again, he loses those infestors, but he is doing good damage with them. He is climbing back into this game. Supply counts at 79 to 93 at this point. While Genocide is using his mobility to his advantage, he is using those infesteds. He is keeping Metapod as closely compacted into his base as possible. But these infestors, oh, fungal growths going down everywhere. Fungal growths taking out the army, and PokeMetapod has finally taken the supply lead. He's taken the supply lead in this game. Unbelievable. I would not have thought this would have happened, but Genocide just did not play this game out very well. Did not play this game out very well at all. Now these Zerglings are just going to run into the main base. There is nothing here. They have 38 Zerglings in production. However, there's nothing really he can do. These Zerglings are just running in. Going to kill a lot of drones here. Going to kill all these drones. Oh, the humanity. And more Zerglings running in, killing all of the drones of Metapod. Metapod's supply 78. Genocide's 32, 31, or 20. 20 now. Unbelievable. Genocide did have a huge advantage here. He is making more banglings. But, yeah, I think this, he does have a huge supply, or a huge resource advantage. But again, he does not have the tech to support anything. There are 4 infestors on the way. And even if he just massed up a bunch of Zerglings and Banglings and tried to storm into the main base, those Fungals would just take him out so easily, so quickly, it wouldn't even be a fight. So, wow. More bad-mouthing from Genocide. And, yeah. I don't understand why you bad-mouth someone who just destroyed you. But, well, yeah, we'll let them do what they want. So, more infestors being reduced. Genocide is basically done in this game. Some good Bangling hits, but again, there's more Banglings on the way for PokeMetapod. And yeah, we look at the units killed count. PokeMetapod has taken the advantage in the workers killed count. We do have a lot of workers transferring over, or just long distance mining here at this point. No reason to build another base because, hey, they're just he's in so big of a lead right now, it doesn't matter. So the supply count's 59 to 28. Both players just refusing to, or Genocide just refusing to leave the game here at this point. We have 8 Zerglings on the way and 4 Banglings on the way. We do have a good pack of Zerglings, but again, once they get hit with the fungal, that's basically it. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. And again, just going to probably burrow these or throw down some infested Terrans. Throwing down those infesteds. Probably going to burrow. He should burrow. There we go. He's burrowing right now. And going to take out another base. Wow, just more and more bad mouth. Long distance mining again. More infestors being reduced. Bad mouthing. Super mad about that. Yeah. I mean, again, like I said in the early game, Mutas can be extremely strong in this matchup, but you need to be extremely careful with them, not let them get fungled. You need to be extremely careful with how you use them. And if the player is dominating with the infestors, you have to counter with infestors of your own, or with infestor Hydra or infestor Roach is more common. Just because those units can still attack while they're fungled, just because they have a range attack, where Zerglings, if you fungle them, all you have to do is run away and they can't attack. I mean, wow. Genocide just had this game won and just completely mishandled the situation. So, a lot of infestors here. Actually, we do have 7 infestors here. 5 Banglings and a group of Zerglings. Here comes Genocide's final push with Zerglings. Fungled. Absolutely nothing being done here by Genocide. Banglings. Everything done. We do have more Banglings being produced. Oh my god, look at this nub. Genocide just doesn't understand that he's just so bad at this game. He forgot to make his queens. He macroed so extremely poorly. And yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no way Genocide can come back from this. He's not making drones. The only way I could see him coming back is to continue to make drones, but he's not making drones. No, he's continuing to make Zerglings because those are working so well for him. And these infestors are just chilling out. I'm just going to gather some energy for when his Zerglings come in, and then I'm just going to fungal all over them. And yeah, it looks like he's going to... Oh, there we go. Some drones. 5 drones being made. 5 awesome drones. That's going to do so well for his economy. Um, long distance mining here from Metapod, continuing long distance mine, but he is throwing down that base, so they won't be long distance mining for a while longer. There we go. Now they can finally make a short trip to work.